Hello, SayanZ3 here. I'm going to do the episode review for Dragon Ball Super 30, but this is mainly going to be a video about like some of the stuff that I'm scared that Toei's going to do because I saw like some of it this episode, like what they're going to do with some of the characters later in the future. Because I have some misgivings about like just thinking about it last night and like this morning because I actually have to head out soon, but just thinking about it, like there are some things that are really starting to piss me off, but this episode was obviously just a recap episode. Really nothing else, really nothing new that we know from the that we knew. If you've read the manga, nothing new from that. Two interesting bits though was, or rather, three interesting bits, or two, but one funny one. The funny part was like I like how Goku was interrupting the narrator Naoki Sutada, I forget his name, the one who voices Oolong, who took over Joji Janami as Kaio and the narrator. I like how he was starting to interject him at different points. That was like breaking the fourth wall humor. I like that, and I also like the little conversation between Whis and Beerus about how they've changed a little bit, which I kind of like. It's like developing their character a little bit, or changing their character. Like it's showing like some sort of like change in their character, where he is. Like Beerus is now, like he's not resistant to taking a challenge, but whereas before like he was like totally lazy, but with Goku and Vegeta, and then Whis now has started to train them in the sense that maybe he can get a shot at fighting them at his full strength later in the future, which would be fucking awesome. So that's point number two. I like that whole conversation. And point number three was what was I gonna say? Point number three was what the fuck was I gonna say? Damn, it just completely slipped my mind. Damn, it just completely slipped my mind. I forgot what I was gonna say for point number three. Fuck, God damn it. What was I gonna say? Okay, anyway, forget about it. Alright, just forget that. I want to talk about some of the misgivings that I've been noticing with like what Toei has been doing as of late. And there are three things that stand out. Goku's characterization, Gohan's characterization, and the music. So, if you guys remember, like, I didn't have a problem with Goku or Gohan during the Battle of Gods arc, right? But it seems like as of Resurrection F, like, I understand Dragon Ball Super is airing during the morning, and so you have to pander it a little bit to kids, which shouldn't be the case anymore, quite, to be honest with you. Like, you would think in 2016 people understand the characters even more, but evidently that's not true. But they are making Goku like so quote unquote nice, and it's really annoying the fuck out of me. Because Goku was never that nice in Z or even in GT, and by far definitely not the manga. What I mean by that is like they're always showing this dude smiling. They're always showing him with a happy face. They're always showing him with like speaking in like some sort of upbeat, tone of voice. When that's not really what should be happening. That's not what should be happening. If you guys, for any of you that have watched Z or Kai in the original Japanese language or have read the manga, you know Goku's not like that. He's not always 24/7 smiling. There's times where he's just quote unquote normal. He's not always looking like that. And there's this thing like I'm not really liking how his relationship with Vegeta is, if you can call it a relationship, is going. In the sense that this man Vegeta always has to correct him. Like Vegeta's always the correct one. He's the one with always the right answer. Goku for some reason is always saying sorry to Vegeta, like as though he's like his little brother or something. And that is really starting to tick me the fuck off, because you can already tell by like some of Vegeta, I think anyone that's been around Dragon Ball like a good, or at least anyone who's like read the manga and like knows about Toriyama and like how he writes and like all like these little different nuances of the series, you can tell that whoever's writing these episodes, whoever is scripting these episodes, is really a big Vegeta fan and is really trying to get in some shots at Goku. Like you can just tell like whoever's writing the episodes is doing that. Because first of all, they what was I gonna say? You can especially tell like in the last episode of the Resurrection F arc, right? First of all, Vegeta kicks Goku away for I don't know why he does that. It's not really too big a problem with me. But the biggest piece of evidence that like I knew like this was happening was when Goku when Vegeta said like I'm not soft as Kakarot, and then it goes to like Goku's and Gohan's faces and their reactions, and they're just still like I as soon as that happened, I knew like whoever was the fucking scriptwriter for Super, whoever's scripting these episodes is a fucking Vegeta fanboy, and that's annoying me. Not that I have a problem with Vegeta, which I don't. You know, obviously he's like one of my second favorite characters in the series, but at least, but even there's one problem with him too. They're making him too abrasive. They're making him too too oh snarky, like blah, 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 like too like dull, if you will. And it's annoying. That's annoying me too. Oh man. And they're showing like Vegeta to be like this, like they're oh my god, the moments that they're trying to make dramatic, that is what's really fucking annoying me, man. Yo, like when Vegeta was like, he was like seriously contemplating like, oh, in the heat of fire, one can truly like refine their battle techniques. Like as it was like some super serious like line of dialogue. Are you kidding me? If this was Toriyama, or if this was Dragon Ball Z, like when Daisuke Nishi was directing, it would have not been that serious, right? It would have just been like a flippant comment. And then another problem I have with like the overdramatic stuff is like with Gohan in this episode. Like he was saying like, oh, this is all for Videl's sake, and it's showing like just like the lower half of his face and going like like as though it's like as though it's like some super serious like dramatic moment. And the same thing happened with Gohan when he got shot by Tagoma. Shisami was hugging the fuck out of him, and he was just like looking up at him, not doing anything, just looking up at him, right? And he's like, oh, you're starting to disturb the tranquility and peace of my family. Like the way in which he's saying it. That's another thing with Gohan. Just like with Goku, they're making Gohan too nice. And it's annoying me. Jesus Christ. Like, yo, this is really starting to like piss me the fuck off. Like, these Goku and Gohan should not sound that nice, because they're not well, they are nice characters, but they're not like overly nice. There's there's normalcy to them, and none of that is coming across, right? And finally, I remember my third point, right? What is with Goku and not being able to tell math? That is a complete fucking contradiction and plot hole. If you guys remember with Roshi, right? Roshi taught him and Krillin how to properly read and write. We see this in Dragon Ball, right? The thing was that Goku was counting miscorrectly, and he thought that he was 14 years old. But after Roshi taught him, he finally realized that he's 12 years old, right? So that's the first piece of evidence. The second thing is that 2 episodes previous before this one, 2 episodes previously before episode 30, I think it was like 28, 27, something like that. But at least 2 or 3 episodes previous, Goku was doing push-ups to fucking 50,000 with Vegeta, 1 finger push-ups or 1 thumb push-ups. Yeah, it was 1 thumb. And then in the first episode, he had enough sense to know how much money Mr. Satan was giving him. Although it took him just a little bit of time, he still had enough sense to know like how much money Mr. Satan was giving him in the very first fucking episode. And now over here in episode 30, you're trying to tell me that Goku doesn't understand like he can't count to 12 and 13 when he did that as a kid? Are you kidding me, Toei? Like this is like I can just tell like the production behind Super, the script writings behind Super, the overall composition, like the overall process, like to make an episode, is so sloppy. I mean, that was obvious like when that one animator on Twitter was saying like the animation schedule, or like whoever's checking the animations is like they're not like doing a very good job, or like it's just like too haphazard, and it's not very ordered, and it's not very orderly basically. So I kind of already had a sense like that was going on. But when I look at the characterization of specifically Goku and Gohan, like, oh my goodness, like I can tell like right off the bat, like, yo, like these dudes just have no sense of continuity. Like the director Chioka Kimitoshi, like he's supposed to be like one of the best directors, right? Like, or at least he's at least at Toei, right? I don't think he's even directed an episode himself yet. Seriously, I don't even think he's directed an episode himself yet, and I have no idea what's up with that. Because he seriously needs to, like, you would think that in 2016 people would like at least pay attention to continuity, unlike Toriyama, right? Like, they would remember stuff. They would have a much more, like, they would remember details like this, especially because Goku and Vegeta are such popular characters. Like, you think that they would remember this stuff, but obviously they don't, and it's really just annoying me. It's really annoying because they're making characters too cookie cutter-ish. They're making them too cookie cutter-ish. They're pandering to them too much to kids. And just personally, like, I'm just really, like, I'm mad, but I'm sad at the same time, because like that like, part of the charm of the characters is now lost, because it was just led to make you believe that it was like a sort of like a red herring, if you will. I don't know. I just can't think of like a better word at the moment. But it's just like, these characters, they're not that stereotypical. Like, why are you making them that stereotypical? I mean, and don't get me, like, there were some good things that this episode, like I said, like the breaking the fourth wall humor, the fact that Goku like kind of lied to Chi-Chi and all that. Like, I like, that shows like he's not like the 100% good person that people think him to be. But just some of the other stuff, like apologizing to Vegeta, and just like getting all touchy-feely with Boo. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Goku like offering his hand to Vegeta, like in the fucking Resurrection F film. Like, are you kidding me? And then Vegeta pulls away in the film, and then Goku's looking over him. It's just like, Goku, are you like kind of like gay or something? Like, it's just like it's moments like that are just annoying. Like, oh god, like, they're not funny. People don't like them, and these guys, they just don't have a good sense of what makes. I don't even think Japanese kids enjoy this stuff. Just looking like at One Piece and Precure now, like, yeah, I don't. It's just annoying me. It's just really annoying. And then like, another problem that I have with Super so far is the audio designer. The audio designer. I think that's what the position is called. Dude, you know what one of the main problems with the old dub was? It was the fact that music, the Falconer score, was constantly playing, right? Like, with the anime, like when you look at anime, you can't really think of much anime that has music constantly playing. There are some scenes, and there are some sequences which are silent, so as to like raise the level of tension, or to really like stress like a particular like story point or a plot point or some type of a detail, right? But like, even though Super has that, it has it so sparingly, dude. Like, I don't know what is up with like not just with Dragon Ball Super, but like even with One Piece and even with Precure. Well, at least Precure, I think, suffers the least from this. But with Dragon Ball and One Piece, there's just music constantly playing over the ambience, and I don't know why that's happening. I don't know why that's happening. The subversion, which Shinsuke Kikuchi's score, never had that problem, and the score was so good because it was reminiscent of like a Shaw Brothers score. If you guys don't know what the Shaw Brothers is, if you guys look at like martial arts movies, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but especially by John Woo, in the 70s and the 80s, so when like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, like those sort of films were coming out, the ones who were traditionally responsible for scoring those films were the Shaw Brothers. They were very well known for martial arts films, and that's pretty much what you got with Shinsuke Kikuchi. Like, it was very reminiscent of a Shaw Brothers score, which is why it won like so many awards internationally and all that. And not only Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but even with Hokuto no Ken had that similar sort of score, and Sakigaki Chokujuku, if you guys have watched that had a very similar score too. I think even Shinsuke Kikuchi did the score for that anime as well. But I don't know what is up with the music, and it's not so much the tracks themselves. It's just that the audio designer, whoever she or he or she is. First of all, that person needs to get fired because I think they did the same thing for Dragon Ball Kai 2014 when they did like the Buu arc. But it's not really the tracks themselves. It's like the decision to play specific tracks in specific scenes. One example, episode 29. They decide to start playing like this one track where Goku starts to hear about like Monica, and they show him like starting like to punch and like kick randomly in the air, and that's fucking annoying because you know that's just like pandering to the kids. And I think anyone that's read the manga knows that Goku would not be that way. And it's just annoying. Like, that's one scene. Another scene was the whole music placement during the planet explosion and the Resurrection F arc. Oh my god! I complained about this earlier in my actual arc review, but Jesus Christ, like that was just bad. Like there could have been like another scene where that music probably could have played well, right? Like I probably could have accepted the the music would have fit well like in a specific scene. But for the planet, for Earth's explosion, Jesus Christ. If you were to listen to that music, and if I were to tell you that Earth was being blown up while this music was playing, you would think that something heroic or good was happening. I don't get it. The audio designer, the soundtrack selector, whoever's doing that, you're fucking bad. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how else to put it to you, but the music selections that you put in specific scenes is sometimes downright atrocious. Whoever you if you're a male or a female, like I don't care, but it's just like you need to stop. You need to give your job to someone else, someone that knows what they're doing. You know, like Hunter x Hunter had good sound. One Punch Man had pretty fucking good sound. And I'm not talking about like the composers. I'm not talking about like the guy who makes the actual music. I'm talking about the audio designer, the one who has to like input the sounds themselves. You know what I mean? Like the various sound effects. He decides the sound placement and all that, or generally, at least that's what I've come to understand. Like that person just needs to go, honestly, because like I'm starting to like really get annoyed. Like there's this one track. It's like dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I just want to like punch a fucking hole in the wall because it's making me so mad. Like I get so mad when I hear it. Like you remember like King of Lightning and Mavis? Like I think that's what I'm starting to get like with Dragon Ball Super, with some of these complaints, especially like the combination of Goku and Gohan being too nice with that particular track. Oh my god, yo! Like Toei's just fucking killing me. They literally want to see me commit suicide, and it is. Oh god. But yeah, I've been going on for 18 minutes, and this is, I guess, like a review / rant. So, I can't really think of what else to say. I mean. Over dramatic stuff, horrible music placement, wrong characterization of like 2 of the 3 main characters, and slightly with the other one in Vegeta. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Super. Some of the plot points in Super I like, especially with the Resurrection F arc and the laser and Frieza offering Vegeta the chance to kill Goku. Like all that stuff was removed or changed in some respect, and I'm happy for that. But it's just like it could be so much more better if they just worked on the little details and they have paid attention to detail. How the fuck are you going to tell me that Goku he doesn't understand the concepts of alternate universes from 12-13? Dude, there's even this quote in Xenoverse where he's like fighting Bardock, and the opening quote is like him thinking that it's oolong or puar, right? Or no, it's oolong, yeah. And you're trying to tell me that Goku doesn't understand the concept of parallel universes down to the math concept? Like, fuck you, Toei. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for that. And yeah, rant over. Oh, and by the way, I don't have a yellow screen, which is fucking awesome for some reason. Even though this isn't my brother's laptop. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Peace and have a good day.